Hi everyone, I'm Carl and in this video I will be building this model tree out of plastic drinking straws. Safety warning, I will be using fire, so if you try to make this, make sure you exercise proper fire safety, work in a ventilated area and if possible use a respirator. As usual, if you get hurt or damage anyone or anything while following this, it's your problem, not mine. To begin with, grab a bunch of straws and pleat them together. A clamp helps, but it's not necessary. Just take the outermost straw, fold it into the center, and repeat till you have something like a ribbon. While you're watching this, to the best of my research, most drinking straws are made of polypropylene, which is relatively safe to heat unless you set it on fire. But always check if possible, all plastics are not the same. Once you have a ribbon, start to heat it up with a lighter and pinch it into a cylinder. Keep the flame moving and don't try to do it in one go, or you'll burn a hole right through it. Also, lighters can overheat and burn you, so it might be a good idea to use two and cycle them so that neither one gets too hot to work with. With most of the ribbon pressed into a cylinder, heat up one end and press it into a non-flammable surface. This will give you a flat surface you can use later as a base. Going to the other end of the trunk, you can split off the ends into separate pleats and pinch them into branches like you did for the trunk. The great thing with this material is that it's really easy to weld it into itself. Here I made more branches in the same way. Cut them in half, heated one end and pressed it into place. You don't really need to worry about the ends of the branches as those will get covered later. When you've got a configuration you like, you can either start to paint it or add a frame for the foliage. In my case I'm using steel scouring pad to support the foliage, so I'm adding it now and fixing it in place with a few drops of super glue. This lets me paint over it later. I'm going to skip the painting process since I'm not entirely happy with the recording for it, but I will show you the end result so you can see what it looks like when painted and flogged. Of course you can add more texture to it using paper, tape or putty, but this is what you get out of the process with no extra work, and personally I think it's enough for a gaming table, which is great for less than 20 minutes of modeling, most of which were spent faffing around with the camera. Ignore the foliage on the last one, I'm going to redo that as it turned out awful. Luckily the Wargaming Terrain Tips and Talk group set me up with some suggestions after that, which helped a lot, and there's a link to the group in the description below. I hope you found this video interesting, and if you have, please drop a like and share it with someone who might find it useful. And if you have a way of making model trees really quickly, please leave a comment below. Subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, and hope to see you around soon. Thank you for watching.